Hey everybody, and welcome to Behind the Score Sports. Another day of the 30 teams in 30 days for the lead up to the MLB season and spring training. And tomorrow we are halfway there. Man, am I getting excited as I got the Blue Jays uniform on. I got the hat rolling here. This is the military version. As everybody knows how much I love the military. My great grandfather fought in World War II, so it's got a special spot in my heart. But today we are going to talk about the Cincinnati Reds. So we'll get right into it with the roster positions. At catcher, we had Tucker Barnhart, backed up by Tyler Stevenson. At first, we have Joey Votto. Second, Mike Moustakis. Third, Eugenio Suarez. Shortstop, we have Jose Garcia. Left field, we have Shogo Akiyama. Center field, we have Nick Senzel. Right field is Nick Castellanos. And as we have no DH, so we got the utility players. We have Kyle Farmer, Scott Heineman, Aristides Aquino, and Jesse Winker. The pitchers for this team, we have Sonny Gray, Louis Castillo, Melee, Miley, and Hoffman. So we'll take a look at the possible lineup for 2021 when it comes to the Reds. I have Yakiyama leading it off, followed by Nick Senzel. Nick Senzel is supposed to have quite a great power number, so it'd be interesting to see how great of a season he has there. He's fairly new to the league, so it's definitely up and comer. So it's definitely great to watch those young guys and see what they're all about. Mike Moustakis in third. Votto batting in fourth, the Canadian. Currently, right now, he was on the COVID protocol, so he's a bit sidelined now, but should be back in no time. Nick Castellanos in batting fifth. We have Suarez in sixth, Garcia in seventh, Barnhart in eighth, and of course, because we're in the NL division, we are NL for the National League. We also don't have the DH, like I said, so Sonny Gray would be batting in ninth. Looking at the pitching rotation, it's a lot like the pitchers that I mentioned. Sonny Gray first, Louis Castillo second, Melee third, Miley in fourth, and Hoffman in fifth. Other storylines around the team for the Reds. What will Joey Votto look over a full season? The great thing about Joey Votto, yes, he is getting older, but he plays first base. I think that's one of the keys when it comes to his game. Um, as we all know, first base isn't as easy as it sometimes looks. You never know from one time to the next where the ball might be going, so you do have to have some skill there. But it's one of those positions where you don't have as much damage to you as you do with other positions like shortstop or third, or where guys are diving and getting into those big plays, or even the outfielders with diving and whatever. So first base is relatively easy there. So I think Joey Votto won't be too bad over the season. I'm hoping he can pick up his batting average. So he's kind of struggled the last little while. So we'll definitely see there. But I don't think he's going to have much of a problem getting back to a longer season. How long will Gray and Castillo be along? Now, we had them starting the team, but the reason this question comes up is going in, well, even in the off season, it was talked about a lot of people wanting starting pitching. And Gray and Castillo's names were big ones that came up with possible people to make calls on. It came out real early. Louis Castillo was not available. Then you kept hearing word he wasn't. Well, it looks like he is going to be staying in Cincinnati. Sonny Gray, on the other hand, it looks like he's going to start the season there, but I wouldn't be surprised if, when there's injuries or something come up, if Sonny Gray isn't one of the names that gets put in the mix of people that go other places. Will Nick Senzel reach his potential? I think he will. He's still a young guy. He hasn't been in the league that long. I think we'll definitely see some big things from him. There were some people that I noticed there seemed to be kind of some worry last season about him and his play, but I think he'll come back in a big way and definitely live up to his potential there. This is a team that's lean on defensive heavy, low run team. This is like that just said there. This team is gonna have to be real great defensively. It's a team that's kind of struggles with average when it comes to some players for hitting. So I definitely see them as a low scoring team. There's definitely potential for them to make it kind of look weird for me there when I'm talking about that. But I do think that this team isn't going to be one of those 7-10 runs a night. They're in a tough division. Milwaukee is totally loaded up. San Diego, LA, they've loaded up to the nines. This is definitely a team that's not at the top of the league. And with the possible chance of Gray and Castillo maybe leaving, this team, it's really not going anywhere this season. And I just don't see them putting up the runs to win that many games. So this is a team that's going to look like it struggles, but I do think they will be getting on the right track and hopefully can build a team to the future. And of course, to end this podcast for today, the players to watch, like you're doing all of them. Nick Senzel, like I said, can he pick up his game and get to that high ceiling and show that he can be a veteran presence on this team into the future, somebody to build around? Joey Votto, like I said, I don't think it's going to be a problem, so this could be another good season for the Canadian as long as he can stay away from those injuries and COVID. Gray and Castillo, like I said, are they going to go somewhere or are they not? It does appear that they are going to start the season, but how long that lasts, not quite sure. Nick Lodolo, he's left-handed pitcher, number 1 in the organization. Hunter Green, he's a right-handed pitcher, number 2. Austin Hendrick, he's an outfielder, number 3. Might see him at some point in the season. And Tyler Stevenson, the guy I have for backup catcher, number 4th in the organization there. They could possibly bring in another catcher, but as it looks right now for the depth chart, that Stevenson might be a good shoe-in to get that spot for backup there. Well, again, I'd like to thank you guys very much for tuning in. Give it a like, give it a follow. I'm on TikTok now. I'm going to be making videos for there. Of course, here on YouTube, Facebook, and also on Instagram. I'm going to start taking some pictures and load them up there as well. So, yeah, check me out. Give me a like. Share it amongst your friends. Let's build a great community here. Like I said, it's not only for me and the great experience I have when it comes to sports, but it's also bringing something great for you as the fans and build this up. I'm going to get stuff for the background here to make it a little sportier as well, and just grow this into a great podcast and something that involves the fans. I'd like to get some fans on as well. So also looking into getting a co-host at some point when I get things together. So it's a growing experience, but I hope you'll enjoy this ride with me. And it's not always what happens in the game. There's also great things that happen behind the score. Thank you and have a great night.